read that again. If you got something, brother, just bring it out.
Yeah, this is Psalms chapter 22, verse 20.
He's not finished yet. Hold on. It's all. It's recording, yeah?
Yep.
Isaiah 10 verse 12. Wherefore it shall come to
I
pass
think what Brother Stanley put in.
that when the Lord
You're going to rest it right there.
hath performed his whole work upon Mount Zion and on Jerusalem, I will punish the fruit of the stout heart of the king of Assyria.
Brother, you got to read it again. You got to read it. Right, we're going.
I will punish the fruit of the stout heart of the king of Assyria and the glory of his high looks.
Right, go on.
For he saith, by the strength of my hand have I done it.
Right, that's it there. That crowd.
Proud, yeah.
But nevertheless, did they ever know that the Lord gave them the power and the ability to rule in the first place? Okay? And that's just the whole thing. Alright? But the only people that know that are the prophets, the servants. And the only people that will take heed to this understanding is the elect, the remnant that shall return of Israel. It says that Israel be as the son of the seed, but yet a remnant shall return. Okay? So read that verse again. That whole entire verse again.
For he saith, by the strength of my hand have I done it, and by my wisdom, for I am prudent, and I have removed the bounds of the people, and have robbed their treasures, and I have put down the inhabitants like a valiant man, and my hand have found as a nest the riches of the people, and as one gathereth eggs that are left, have I gathered all the earth.
And that's the pride of the nations. The thing is well, you know, because it will make you arrogant and proud. I mean, if you're a nation of people that conquered another nation of people, and then establish an empire on top of that, and you got all of this goodies from it, women and all of that stuff, the wine, that stuff makes you proud. Okay, it gives you that uppity sense of feeling that you've accomplished way more than you ever could. Okay, but the reason why they were able to accomplish so much is because the Lord gave them that ability, and the Most High gave them the leeway to make that move. Just like how the Lord is going to give us the power to rule on earth again. That's how it's going down. It ain't because Esau is smarter than us. All of a sudden they came out of the Caucasus Mountains. You know, we're gonna rule the planet. Nah, man, the Lord gradually built Esau up so that he can rule eventually, once again.
That's it.
You know, and during the time of that period that I'm talking about, the Dark Ages, when we were ruling in England and different parts of Europe, they were in the mountains. They were pushed to the side. So, you know, across some time, we brought them out of the Caucasus Mountains and we educated them. Okay, we schooled them on how to conduct, and that's how they were able to come to their senses and realize, okay, this is the way to be. And then eventually they came into the power.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's it.
But it was all by the will of the Lord. Remember that. Go on.
And there was none that moved the wing, or opened the mouth, or peeped. Shall the axe boast itself against him that heweth therewith? Or shall the saw magnify itself against him that shaketh it?
Okay, go on.
As if the rod should shake itself.
I tell you what, brother, you hold it down for me real quick.
As if the rod should shake itself against them
make sure
that lift it up. Or as if the staff should lift up itself, as if it were no wood.
So read that verse again. I didn't catch it.
Verse 15. Shall the axe boast itself against him that heweth therewith?
Right. Yeah, because if you're a fellow, okay, somebody that cuts down a tree, and you using an axe to cut the tree down, the axe can't say, well, look what I did. No, it's the person that's using the axe to cut the tree. Okay, so Esau and these other nations, they can't get all uppity, which they can because they're just other nations, they don't know any better. But what they fail to realize is that the Lord put them in that position. And if the Lord puts you in that position, he can take you out of that position. Go on.
Deuteronomy 28, verse 49. Yahweh shall bring a nation against thee from far.
Yahweh shall bring thee a nation against thee from afar. This is talking about the curse that was going to befall Israel. Okay, in these times. Go on.
Excuse me. From the end of the earth,
Okay.
as swift as the eagle flieth.
Right, and as swift as the eagle fly. What's the symbol of Esau? What in ancient Rome, what animalistic symbol did they use? They used the eagle. Okay, what animalistic symbol did the Greeks use? The same animal, the same bird. Okay, and guess what? America uses that same eagle. Okay, which America really is the heart of this whole entire society. You know how you know that? Because if America pushes a certain trend or a certain style or whatever, guess what? The world follows it back. That's what happens. So that's why the Most High Yahweh and His Son Yahweh Shah is going to sanction the law to destroy that particular landmass. But the way it's going to be done is it's going to be done by the nuclear war, the thermonuclear destruction. Because when you read the book of Isaiah 13, it tells you on how it's going to be a square mile desert. And you're going to have desert-like creatures inhabiting that land, and to show an example of how not to rule on earth. Just like Sodom and Gomorrah. Go on.
Prophet Jeremiah 25 verse 11. And this whole land shall be a desolation.
Right, and this whole land shall be a desolation. Go on.
And an astonishment, and these nations shall serve the king of Babylon 70 years.
And that's what happened, because Nebuchadnezzar came in power around that time. But the Lord cut 7 years out of it. He only ruled for 63 years. Okay, no, it was 3 years he took it out of it. 67 years he ruled for. Okay, so the Lord cut it a bit short. Go on.
And it shall come to pass, when 70 years are accomplished, that I will punish the king of Babylon, and that nation, saith Yahweh, for their iniquity, and the land of the Chaldeans, and I will make it perpetual desolation.
Right, and I will make it perpetual desolation. Now, that's not talking about ancient Babylon, because where was ancient Babylon based? It was based in today, Iraq. Okay, people are still living into this very day. So what is this actually talking about? What Babylon could this very well be talking about? This has to be talking about America. Okay, because basically, even one of the fellow forefathers of ours, okay, John in the island of Patmos, he made mention of Babylon. Why would he make mention of Babylon when he was during the time of the 1st century AD? So he's obviously referring, if you got spiritual common sense, okay, and you understand his Bible very well like we do, you will understand that the Babylon that he's talking about is America. Because he ain't talking about the previous Babylon. He's talking about America. Okay, go on.
Isaiah 14 verse 9.
These United States. Go on.
Hell from beneath is moved for thee, to meet thee at thy coming.
Right. Yeah, so look up that word, hell. I tell you what, you got your phone with you, right? Yeah, the word hell. It's moved at thee to meet thee at thy coming. That's in Isaiah 14, right? Come on. Because it says the word hell, so you know people get it misconstrued and they think, hell is referring to an actual place on the ground. Well, you just burn forever and ever and ever. Now hell is a condition.
Yes.
Okay, so
It's already underway, isn't it, World War III? Excuse me, sir.
Yeah, but it's all right now. It's all right. Let's go stay in the spirit. I tell you what, I got it. Because I got the app.
Did you know that Job, who was rescued by the whale, also had a vision of the end of the world, like St. John the Revelation?
Who's that you're talking about?
Job in the Old Testament.
You mean Jonah?
Jonah,
Sorry,
yeah.
I don't. I mean Job.
Job, right?
Who
Job.
was struck down. He had visions. Where we're at in the end times at the moment is the Leviathans, which aren't mentioned.
Right.
Now, Donald Trump, there's more than one Antichrist. The Antichrist are always Aryan race.
But the Antichrist.
Hang on, and the Antichrist is too stupid to know who he is. Now,
Nah, that's not what it's talking about. No, that's all right.
No,
That's all right.
no, this is your gig, mate. What are you
Nah,
talking
no, but
about?
what I'm saying is this. What I'm saying is
This
that
is your
the
gig.
scripture speaks about there be many antichrists, not just one
that's
particular
what-
guy with a suit.
absolutely.
So I tell you what, brother. When are you? You know what? Yeah, drop that, brother. Look. Get into that one scripture where it says there shall be many antichrists.
Yeah.
Or whoever
Yeah,
can get
yeah.
it, whoever can get it.
But they're too stupid to know it.
Because it ain't no one guy with a suit and a tie and he's got a pitchfork. It ain't talking about that. Antichrist just means against. That's all it is.
Against the
Like, for
anointed.
example, if you don't believe in the scriptures, or if you're an atheist, or you believe in what the world believes in, then you're an antichrist. So,
Right, this is 1 John, chapter 2.
Sorry, that's like
Verse 18. Little children, it is the last time, as ye have heard, that Antichrist
right?
shall come.
So it says the antichrist shall come, right? Go on.
Right. As ye have heard, that Antichrist shall come. Even now are
Even
there
that-
many
Hey, slow that down, bro. You
Antichrists.
gotta slow that down. It says even now there shall be many antichrists. So, like I said, antichrist just means somebody that's against the understanding of the Bible. That's all it is. There ain't no guy, like I said, with a suit in the time, and he's just the only one guy that's gonna come in the midst. No. Okay, it's talking about people that are against the Lord. That's all it is. Go on.
Even now there are many Antichrists.
Right. Even now there are many antichrists. Go on.
Whereby we know that it is the last time.
Right, whereby we know that it is the last time. Aren't we in the last time? Because it tells you that perilous times shall come in the last days, right? So we're in that time.
Gentlemen,
Go on.
I need to go.
They went
That's all
out
right,
from
that's all right.
us, but they were not of us.
So we're Aryan
For
race.
if they had
Nah,
been
that's
of
not
us,
talking about that. You go on.
No, that's not what you're talking about. But,
That's what somebody else is saying.
oh, well, Trump has got blue eyes, and I was fiddling with my grandparents were fiddling with them, and that's not what you're talking about here. Because I've been in other places.
Right, but the thing about it is that the
Many.
antichrists are just a group of people that are against the Lord. That's all it is.
Well,
You know what I mean?
the
That's all it is.
devils or jinns, as they're saying.
They could be warlocks, witches and warlocks, what have you. Yeah, so read that.
they went out from us, but they were not of us.
Yeah, that's going into something else. So yeah, we're gonna go back to the point. Because we just have to slice and dice that rubbish about how Antichrist is the Aryan race or whatever she be spitting out. No, she just don't know what she's talking about. That's all.
Nothing's going on, I'm saying it live.
Oh, okay.
This is your gig. I could have a gig like this, but your message is different.
Yeah, read what you got. Read what you got.
Brother, your message is different.
Yeah, look up the word help, brother. Yeah, come. What? For everybody. I ain't got the app. Okay, yeah, I got that. Y'all look it up. But I can get help in my Bible.
Yeah. Matthew 11:23 is a good one. You know?
So we gonna get Isaiah 14. Turn help.
Itch.
Return help. Verse 15. Let's push this again. Yeah, you could get that. But I don't want you to read it yet. I just want to see something real quick. Here we are right here. Right, so here we are right here. So it's the word for hell. The Hebrew word there is Sheol. Okay? Sheol, which means Sheol, the underworld, the grave, hell, pit. Okay, so it's telling you right there that it means the pit or the grave. Alright? So, like for example, when you read the book of, I believe it's in Matthew, where it speaks about the city of Capernaum.
That's it.
The city of Capernaum was said that it was going to go down to hell. Now, what that represented it represented that that city was going to be destroyed. It was going to be cast down to the ground, and the Lord, like it says, to the pit, to the ground. Okay, so that's what that represented, because the Capernaum was a striving rich city at the time. So it went from being a striving rich city, okay, from being brought to the dust. That's what it means by hell. Okay, the hell that these bugged out Christians is talking about, it ain't biblical. That's what you call and Roman Catholic mythic nonsense. That's what that is. Go on.
Isaiah 14 and verse 9. Hell from beneath is moved for thee to meet thee at thy coming. It stirreth up the dead for thee.
Right, it stirreth up the dead. Who's the dead? The dead are all of these other nations. That's who the dead is. Okay? Why are they known as the dead? Because these nations are dead to the Most High. He likens them as to a drop that falleth from a vessel. Okay, and they're dead in many areas too. Because when they go into slavery, they're gonna be dead. Okay, spiritually dead. If you're a nation of people that's in slavery under another nation of people, that means you're in a dead state.
Isaiah 26 verse 13. O Yahweh our God, other lords beside thee have had dominion over us. But by thee only will we make mention of thy name.
Right.
They are dead.
Right, they are dead.
They shall not live. They are deceased.
Right.
They shall not rise.
Right.
Therefore hast thou visited and destroyed them and made all their memory to perish.
Right, and that's what the Yahweh Shah is ultimately going to do. The dead is talking about all of the other nations that once ruled at one time. When you read the book of Daniel, it's the 7th chapter. It shows you how in due time the Babylonians came into power, the Persians and the Medes came into power, and then the Greeks came into power. And then ancient Rome and then America came into power in this whole entire society. Okay, so when Yahweh Shah comes down, he's going to subdue all of those kingdoms. Okay, which represent the heathenistic nations which are dead. Go on.
Baruch chapter 3 verse 10. How happeneth it, Israel, that thou art in thine enemy's land?
Right, and we are in our enemy's land right now. Why? Because we've been scattered abroad, pursuant to Deuteronomy 28. Somebody get me Deuteronomy chapter 28, I believe it's 64, about Bashar. There's a reason why we're in our enemy's land. Why? Because we messed up. We failed to recognize the ways of the Lord, the Heavenly Father. That's why we're in our enemy's land. Okay? It's going. Oh, no. Yeah, you know, yeah, get Deuteronomy. You're right. Yeah, man, my mind is going 100 miles an hour. 64, yeah. Yeah, you read that. Yeah.
Right, Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 64. And the Lord shall scatter thee among all people, from the one end of earth even unto the other.
Because mainly we're supposed to be in that land, the land of Jerusalem, the land of Israel. That's where we're supposed to be at. Not in no England or America or Nigeria, Ghana, Sierra Leone. Okay, you name it. So we should be there. We should be in Israel. That's our land. That's our God-given land. Okay, but the reason why we're not there in that land today, because we failed to follow the ways of the Lord. This is why we're under the curses of being scattered. Go on.
And thou shalt serve other gods.
And thou shalt serve other gods. You got our people into the Quran. You got our people into this bogus slave plantation Christianity. Okay, you got our people into Hinduism. All sorts of doctrines you can think about. Our people are in it. Buddhism. Okay. Worshiping the black woman's people. Right. Worshiping the black woman's booty. Right, Buddhism.
Buddhism.
That's it right there. So, hey man, it speaks for itself. You should be scattered abroad and worship the doctrines of the other nations, like the Greeks. Go on.
God. And Salaki, I was watching a Christian guy on YouTube. He teaches his congregation with Israelites and so forth. And he made a statement. He said, it was mercy the Lord scattered us, because if we were all in one place, this devil would have massacred us, man.
Oh, easy, easy.
You know,
That's true. That's true.
but because the Arab slave trade took us to the east, and the transatlantic slave took us to the west, so it's still mercy, really.
In a sense, yeah, in a sense, because
Yeah.
I mean, that's what makes it harder to destroy people. It's when
Con.
they're divided, when they're scattered abroad. And yeah, that's true.
True.
You know, but the point of the matter is we're supposed to be in the land of Jerusalem. Those Palestinians and them bug out Israelis down there, they shouldn't even be there. They're
Con.
the wrong people in that land, and that's why they're catching the hell that they're catching.
Beautiful.
That's why they're throwing bottles and they're shooting each other down. They were saying that 4 people got shot.
Yeah,
That's
yesterday.
how bad it's gotten. They went from protesting to rioting now. Why? Because of Zephaniah, what is it, the 12th chapter? I mean, Zechariah, the 12th chapter. So, without further ado, we got verse 11.
Right, this is Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 64. And the Lord shall scatter thee among all people from the one end of the earth even unto the other. And there thou shalt serve other gods, which neither thou nor thy fathers have known,
That's it right there.
even wood and stone.
Even wood and stone.
Con.
Like, for example, you got people that will go to Saudi Arabia to worship some damn Mecca stone. Okay, and bow down before it. That's what they do, man. And you got the ones about people that's in these dilapidated wooden made churches as well. Okay? And when we tell them the truth and who they are, they don't want to wake up to the truth. But that's all right. Because guess what? It tells you in Isaiah 6 and 10, it says, the Lord made their ears heavy that they don't hear and shut their eyes that they be blind.
Con.
So, hey, man, everything's working in conjunction, in unison. Go on, brother.
True.
Okay. Yeah, so the Lord scattered us in the land of our enemy. Go on, read that.
How happeneth it, Israel, that thou art in thine enemy's land, that thou art waxing old in a strange country,
Right.
that thou art defiled with the dead.
Right. How will we be defiled with the dead? Now, as you all know, brothers, right, our holiday's coming up real soon, and that's Christmas. That's what defiles us as a people when we take part in these traditions. Okay? That has no dealings with the Bible whatsoever, because people like to say, well, Christmas is a representing of the death of the Lord or whatever, whatever they say. When you actually break down the word Christmas, the word Christ means anointed, which is referring to the Messiah, and then the word Mass means death. So when you celebrate Christmas, what do you celebrate? You're celebrating the death of the Lord. Okay, and it even goes further back than that. When you take a detour on where else it goes back to, it also goes back to
Danny's work.
what's his name? I got this. No, not that Cushite.
Oh, Nimrod.
Nimrod.
Right, Nimrod. That's what it also goes back to. Nimrod. The birth of Nimrod. What is it, December 25th?
Yeah.
That's what that represents. So when you celebrate Christmas, not only are you celebrating the death of the Lord, but you're also celebrating Nimrod, which has nothing to do with the Bible. He's in the Bible, but his doctrine ain't in the Bible. Okay, go on. Oh, yeah, he finished with that. Go on.
That thou art counted with them that go down to the grave.
Right, and thou are counted down to them that go into the grave. So the other nations represent the dead. Okay, there's 3 branches of men. You got the son of men, which are the dead, and you got the son of the righteous, and then you got the son of the wicked. Okay? Go on.
Proverbs chapter 21, verse 16. The man that wandereth out of the way of understanding shall remain in the congregation of the dead.
Shall remain in the congregation of the dead.
Beautiful.
And you know, further validates that backs up that scripture right there. Give me Psalms 147 and 19. Because this what also further makes the other nations dead. Spiritual. Yeah, Psalms 147 and 19.